Hi, this is Ramu, Associate Professor in Department of CSE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. In last class, we have seen while loop and exception handling. In today's class, we are going to see how we are going to operate with the for loop. So while loop is one of the alternative for loop, but when you comparing with the C and C++, Python for loop is very elegant and very useful. It performs so many operations even without using the increment and decrement. Normally in while loop, you should use initialization as well as increment, decrement, everything you need to handle. But coming to the for, in Python, it has its own capability and features. Let us see one by one. See, the list of, suppose, for example, if you have a list of, suppose 100 roll numbers are there in our array. If you want to access the one by one, you require one assignment and you just index based accessing, right? But using for loop, not required that kind of access. Let us see one example. See, one list contains Joseph, Jalen and Sally. 3 names are there, right? For example, if you read the names, for friend in friends, here what happened? The interpreter will take the first value. When you friend in friends means the first Joseph comes to in the friend and it means Happy New Year, Joseph. After the iteration, it comes to here at the next time. Glenn, it comes to the friend. And it prints a Happy New Year, Glenn. After that, Sally. So here, you don't have an installation, right? There is no installation, and as well as there is no increment or decrement operations, and there is no index-based accessing. Everything with the in operator it is going to perform. The data is going to access by in operator. The in operator is going to access one by one data, right? It's going to access one by one and it is going to perform the operations. Is this clear? Right? And if you observe here, loop pattern. See, initializing one or more variables before the loop starts. Initializing one or more variables before the loop starts. For example, performing some computation each time, looking the resulting the variable in the loop completes. See, for example, same iterator have one list is there. You're going to access the data, every data. How many variables are there? Means you're going to count the how many values are there. How many values are there in the given statement. That is you're going to perform, right? So for that purpose, what are you going to do? You just read the one by one value. You're going to perform a count operation. See, when the first time you count is 0, right? When it is a 3, the count value is goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Finally, the count it will print 6 is the output, right? Exercises. See, we'll see one by one exercise. Already we did one program. What is that? Rewrite your pay computations to give the employee 1.5 times the hourly rate for hours work above 40 hours. See, here, what is this task means? For example, normally you did the same program. What is that? They have given the hours and rate. They ask you to find the gross pay. Just multiply both, you'll get the answer. But here, you have one more condition. What is that? So, rewrite the computation program. Already whatever you wrote that, the program you need to rewrite. What is that? If hourly rate for the hours worked above 40 hours. If you work more than 40 hours, suppose 44 is your input. 40 hours rate is same as it is. Remaining 4 hours rate is, so 1.5. 1.5. You need to calculate like this. Is this clear? Okay. So let us see how to solve this problem using while loop. Using what is the statement you are going to use? Conditional control statements are loops. These loops are required for this program. Exactly, no, right? Because here you performing operation only single time, right? See, first you read the hours, right? Input, okay, but that should be in the integer, right? That should be in the integer, as well as rate. How much rate? The rate should be in the float value, right? So we can take the float value. Next, you need to perform the gross pay. Generally, h into r, then you'll get the answer. But here, based on the hours, your calculation is going to change, right? So if hours is greater than 40, means your hours are greater than 40. What you need to do? You need to perform the operation between GP equal to, so you just initialize the GP equal to 0, right? Gross pay equal to, you need to perform gross pay equal to h into 40, h into rate, 40 into rate plus 40 into h minus 40, the remaining hours, into r into 1.5 into 1.5. Here what I did, first I am calculating the first 40 hours as it is. After that, next h minus 40 into r into 1.5, right? Else means is a less than 40. Simply the same formula whichever you used earlier, equal to h into r. That's all. Just print your GP value. So what is the input they have given? 45, 10, right? 45 and 10, 475. Actually, the answer is 450, but the last 5 hours you need to go for the 0.5 extra, 1.5 rate of interest or 1.5 rate of paying. You need to increase. Based on the question, you need to solve the problem. Based on the question, this is very, very important. Based on the questions, you need to perform the questions. Okay. And so one more exercise. See. So this is your task. So already we explained the same thing using grades, using the marks. But here, based on the points, you need to print the data. This is your task. You need to solve this problem. Based on the percentage grade points, you need to print the which grade is going to related. Right? And one more exercise. Write a program which repeatedly reads the number until the user enters done. Once done is entered, print the total count average of the numbers. If the user enters anything other than the number, detects their mistakes and using try and except, print an error message and skips to the next number. Is this clear? So what is your task means here it is required to read the numbers until enter done. If you enter done, you need to stop the process. Otherwise, you need to add the numbers. If you enter other than done or anything, so then you need to identify the particular and you skip the particular step. So see, for example, 19A means it's not a number, right? It's not the number. So you simply skip the step 10 and done. So answer should be 20 because you need to access the You need to read all the numbers until you enter the done operation. Done input. Done input. So let us see how to solve this problem. Let us see how to solve this problem. What is your task? And also, if you enter A, then you need to stop the process, right? That is also very, very important. Input. Oh, first, this should be infinity, right? So this should be infinity. Means the loop is always repeating. The loop is always repeating. First, you need to read the data input, right? Data input, and if your data is equal to done. So you need to stop the process. How are we going to stop the process? Which is the statement is used to exit the loop? Yes, exactly. Break is the statement, right? Break is the statement. If not, then you need to check that, you need to convert because the data which you read from the keyboard, all the data in the form of string only. So you need to convert into the integer, right? So for the integer conversions, when it is not the proper integer, then it generates an error, right? To overcome that, I'm going to use a try block here. Try data, right? Try data equal to int of data. Means the data is converted to the integer. After that, you have to take some value, because finally you need to print the total value, right? S plus equal to data. The data is added into for the variable. Okay. After that, next process is again you go back to the while loop. Okay. If an error is generated, okay, print check your input. Okay, after that you need to print the result, right? Where is the result is there? In S, capital S, right? Here I took the small s. Python is a case sensitive. You should use the capital and smalls are very, very clear. See, if you execute the code, it's going to ask the numbers, right? So 5, 6, 7, A. Check your input. Because A is wrong, right? 10, 31.62. It doesn't accept. It accepts only integers only. Okay. And if you want to stop the process, press done. 28 is the output. There is a task they have given. Okay. And one more example. I'm going to solve using for loop. Okay. What is the task is here? Check the given number is prime or not. So what is the prime number concept? So according to that, the definition of the prime, it has only two factors. What are those? One and itself is called as a prime number. A number contains only two factors, then it is a prime number. Right? So according to that, I'm going to find that how many factors for the given number. My task is to find the how many numbers for the given number. That is my task. Right? So n is the number. I want to find the how many prime numbers, how many factors. So for the factor counting, I'm going to take the 0 value. Right? After that, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to repeat the loop. Why? What is the requirement of the loop? I need to find the how many factors. How we are going to find the factors? If you divide that number from 1 to that number, so how many values it is going to divisible? That many factors are there. For example, if you take the 5, so 6, for example, 6. Okay, so 1 modulo is in 6, 1, 2 modulo is in 6, 3 modulo is in 6, 4 modulo is in 4th modulo is in, for example, take this example. For example, 6. How many factors are you going to find? 6 modulo is in 1, 6 modulo is in 2, 6 modulo is in 3, 6 modulo is in 4, 6 modulo is in 5, 6 modulo is in 6. So wherever you're getting the 0, this is the factors, right? Here 0, here 0, here 0, here it's not 0, right? Here you'll get 2, here you'll get 1, here you'll get 0. Means 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 factors are there. Like then I'm going to calculate the how many factors. How many factors are there in a given number? Okay. If factors are only 2, then I will decide. So given number is prime number. Otherwise, it is not a prime number. That is my task, right? See how I am going to solve the problem using the same concept. For example, here I am going to take for I in range. So that value starts with 1, right? 1, 2. So n plus 1. If you have any doubts why I am going to take n plus 1, you just refer the video when I explain the range concept. Range means n plus 1 means you need to consider the n value also. N value also. If you take that n means it is going to take that n minus 1. So n plus 1 means it is going to repeat up to n. Up to n. Okay. After that, here I am going to take n modulo division I equal to 0. If it is 0, I am going to count the factor. That is a factor. If it is divisible by the particular number, that is a factor, right? So I'm going to count that many factors. If f is equal to 2, then simply that is the prime number. Print now this one I need to write outside of the loop. Okay, why outside of the loop? Every time it is going to check, right? So print it's prime, right? Else print it's not prime. It's not prime. See, let us see if we execute the program. 13 is the prime, right? For example, I'm going to change the 33 and 33. I don't know is it prime or not. It is not prime. Exactly. If you want to know the easy values, for 9 is an odd number, but it is not a prime, right? It's not prime still. Is this clear? Is this clear? This is the program is teach you how to write a prime number. So everything, the whatever on your definitions, based on the definition only you need to develop the logic. So control structures parts is over. Okay. In the next class, we are going to see the strings. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.